Hey guys, we're back to the Friday vlog where we discuss activity that goes on here with the channel, current events, headlines that are in the news, technology, and items of interest that come up that are worth having a little bit of a dialogue. It is the day out of the week where we take a little bit of a departure from the regular activity that goes on here with the channel. So I want to thank all you guys for your continued participation, and if this is your first time here to the channel, welcome. Be sure you click on that watermark down there in the bottom right hand corner to subscribe. In channel news, I am anticipating probably playing some Civilization 6. Haven't decided on which Civ I want to play yet, whether it's Shaka of the Zulu or even Japan. I like both of them, and I've not played Shaka yet, so I haven't really decided if I want to go with a new Civ into the next series, or just play one that I enjoy that is fun. Also, Battlefield 5 is having an alpha gameplay weekend. Apparently it's going to be for those that have already pre-ordered the game, which I have not yet. I do plan on picking the game up. I'm kind of curious why they're doing this alpha. I think it is to kind of get people hyped and get into it. It's very rare for them to have an alpha this early or a gameplay this early, but I guess it's kind of a good move for EA DICE to do, to kind of, you know, draw that hype to the game. The electronics and gaming conventions, or cons, are now pretty much over with for the year. There might be a few scattered in amongst there, like for example Pack Geeks and stuff that will be coming a little bit later. But for right now, it's more into comic books and sci-fi. And this year will be the second year here in Atlanta that they've had the ComicCon, Atlanta Comic-Con that is. I have not attended that one, so I am kind of curious to see how it's developing and growing. Going to be a warm summer for that particular con down there in the Atlanta area. Dragon Con isn't until August. It's always around the Labor Day weekend. And I've always been curious why they have it on the Labor Day weekend, because it is the opening day for college football as well. Brings a lot of people downtown. It's great for business, but it does create a great deal of congestion. If you guys haven't already, be sure you check out the Dragon Con link up here if you guys want to check out what that is all about. Cosplay, sci-fi, just a plethora of different very interesting things. I've always enjoyed attending and covering it as a press, to be able to kind of bring people into that community to kind of see what it's like there. And it's been a lot of fun doing it. I really appreciate the Dragon Con media offering us these press passes to go and cover Dragon Con. So if you guys get an opportunity, if you're in the Atlanta area, be sure you go by and see, or at least check out Dragon Con at least for 1 year. This week in headlines worth mentioning in general conversation, that is that the Supreme Court upheld President Trump's travel ban. And the curious thing here is that the President of the United States does have the authority to implement travel bans, so it didn't come as any surprise that certain judges in certain states wanted to just inject their political thoughts and ideas into it. But the Supreme Court came through, and the travel ban was upheld. Also, we saw that unions are now being addressed by the Supreme Court as well. So we're going to see some changes to unions here in the United States. There's not a lot of unions down here in the South, but interesting to see that the Supreme Court did rule on unions here in the States for workers. And also we saw that Justice Kennedy is going to be retiring. So this is going to give Trump another opportunity to put in another Supreme Court justice, much to the chagrin of Democrats. So we're going to be seeing a lot of interesting wrangling and sharp spears on the part of the Democrats, and this is the midterms that are coming up as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the political sense. But as far as headlines, those were worth mentioning, of course, and we're moving on into other areas for those midterms that are coming up in November. So we'll kind of have to see how that unfolds. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. I'd like to encourage you guys, if you haven't already, to go by Instagram and give me a follow there. I will be doing the little IGTVs. I'm going to be stopping in Sonoa, Georgia today, actually. Got to go through there, and I will probably do a little bit of footage while I'm there to show you guys where it is. Actually, Sonoya is the home of The Walking Dead, if you guys did not know. And if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and click on that watermark that is appearing on the screen to subscribe, because your support of the channel is always appreciated. And I will see you guys next Friday.